Y'all, welcome back to NerdSloth Gaming.
Howdy, y'all.
Howdy, y'all. This is what I assume, Joseph, I just assume that this is how you talk when you're not podcasting or streaming and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Like,
when I'm
as
speaking
soon as
to
you and
other
I-
Texans.
Yeah, whenever you hang up, like when we're talking, as soon as you hang up, you're like, hey, y'all, you want to go get some grub? You know?
I'm done talking
Y'all
to that
look-
city boy.
Yeah, y'all want to get some chitlins? You know?
Oh,
Something
no.
like- Oh!
Too much
crunch.
air. Way too much air.
Yeah, or not enough. Did we ever talk about that Super Nintendo game? I used to play a lot called Unicycle or Uniracers,
yeah.
I think is what.
Yes,
called.
Uniracers. That's right.
This kind of reminds me of that a little bit. I think just because of the brightly colored bicycle right now. But that game was really fun. Wait, we played that at a bar once, didn't we? Didn't we play that at that bar up here?
At
We
the bar
found
that had like the all the games for really all the retro
dang.
games. That was great.
Yeah, I need to get that system. That was so cool.
I tried to find it, and like they don't
Yeah.
sell it pre-loaded anymore.
That sucks.
You have to kind of download your own
That bar
stuff.
closed. Yeah, I'm really sad.
Did it?
The bar
Aw,
closed. Yeah.
Because of the pandemic or before?
It closed a little bit before the pandemic hit.
Dang.
Yeah, it's a bank now or
Oh, boring.
a loan place or something. I don't know. It's stupid.
Yawn.
Yeah, seriously.
That was such a
one of
fun
the coolest
bar.
bars. Yeah, they had tons of pinball machines. It had that Big Turtle arcade game, and it had every freaking retro system you could think of. It was great.
This is
Plus, you could
this is
buy
really hard right
tacos.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
they're
ordered
pretty
some
good
tacos.
tacos.
We're literally sitting at the bar eating tacos, drinking beer, and
Playing
retro
Super
like,
Nintendo
SNES
games.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, those
the
are the
best.
days.
Yeah,
we need
those are
to
the
we need to
days.
open our own bar that is just like that.
Yeah. I think like every friendship goes through that stage where like at some point
well-
it's like, God, we gotta open a bar.
Well, you start out
You know?
considering starting a band. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't.
Yeah.
You were in a band.
I was in a few bands. So I moved through that part. I would still do that again though.
I've
Like,
not done
yeah.
the band part yet, so yeah, I'm still
So-
fresh to it.
Okay. We'll do that. We'll do that for a little while. at some
Band
point.
first.
Whoa, you got some air. We'll do the band for a few months and then we'll work on the bar part.
Yeah, after we fail the band part, we'll work on the bar part.
Yeah. Failing the band part won't take too long.
Oh my
You
gosh.
just like ran out of steam and you just fell over and died.
I
'cause
just
you're like,
I just
"Fuck it,
keeled over.
I'm
Yeah, I was
done."
just done. I think I was going
You're-
backwards. I was going the wrong direction.
Your character died of old age right there. You're just like, well, time to go. Oh, ouch.
He never got to open his own bar or anything.
Yeah. Yep. What would we name the bar?
It's got to be a retro thing, like 8-bit
Yeah.
8-bit brews or something like that.
Ooh, yeah, I like that. I like that a lot.
It's got a good ring to it. 8-bit brews. A lot of
8-bit
bees.
brews. 8-bit brews.
Oh, I think I'm finished.
Oh, that's it.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay, we gotta get to another. We gotta get to a new new trail. We need another new trail.
Okay, let's see if I unlocked new one on this.
Greater
the last, okay,
Horn.
this is the last one of Greater Horn. Raven's Edge.
Okay.
The Raven. This looks really short. Oh, it's locked still. I can't. Oh, because I have to do
Rockstairs.
the challenge on this one to unlock this
Oh,
one.
okay. Yeah, get that
But-
challenge, bruh.
But I can do a different. I can do Redmore Peaks. I can start that trail.
Yeah, let's do that
Which
one.
is different.
Ooh, okay. Yeah. Let's go to the peaks.
This is a really fun game. Actually, playing it.
I know. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this one.
You get into like a flow,
dude.
like a biking flow.
Yeah, you're like in the zone right now. Like you're having like a zen moment.
I cannot imagine trying to play this without a controller, though. It would be
Yeah.
nigh impossible
Yeah.
because the way you have
Like,
to use the
I-
joysticks.
Yeah, because you got to hit those angles, and there's like no way you're going to do that without those in between stages of movement. So.
Oh no. Well,
I'm pretty sure you goofed it.
yeah, I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to bike into waterfalls.
Yeah. What was your favorite game of 2020, would you say?
So far?
Like, what was...
Oh, well, 2020 is
seeing
almost
how 2020
over,
is over in like a week.
Yeah, true.
As of when we're recording this, but this will probably... It's 2020 is over by the time this is out, but like... What was your favorite game of this horrible era that we were in?
That's tough.
What helped you escape?
You know what's interesting is we got back into WoW recently. I guess people might have seen the video that we've done on it, and that has probably taken up more of my gaming time than anything else this year, just because of how like
whoa,
how much you get back into it. Like we had quit like I don't know 7 years ago or something, a long time ago.
Yep.
Whenever we stopped playing, but getting back into it, there's just so many quality of life changes that make it so fun. It's kind of a game I can just go into and chill and still feel like I'm making some progress.
Oh yeah, dude, you're in that game like every day now. Like you're always in there.
Yeah, I mean, I have a level. I mean, I still haven't even done the Shadowlands part because I was waiting for you to do that.
Yeah,
but
I know.
I've just started leveling a few different characters. Like I've got my Goblin Warrior to 54, I think, or something like that.
Jeez.
And then I just finished leveling my Druid to, I think I got 47 last night.
Wow.
And I can say right now, like Druid's my new favorite class to play.
That's cool.
I didn't think I would like him that much, but the more I play him, the more I enjoy it.
I enjoyed playing a druid back in the day, and I imagine because they did fix a lot of the issues that the game had, that it's probably super slick now. I said slick like that's something my dad would say about things. I wish I hadn't done that.
That's like something that an older person calls a young man.
Yeah.
All right, slick.
All right, it's real slick.
Kiddo.
Yeah. Man, I'm really showing my age. Huh, yeah.
And, but yeah, like WoW is probably taking up more of my time. Cyberpunk 2077 I just got into. I know it's getting a lot of weird reviews, but I got it on PC, so I haven't faced any bugs or anything. I think out of the multiple hours I've been playing it, it might have crashed once, but it wasn't even like a bad crash because I had just finished autosaving or something, so it's not like it deterred me.
How long did it take you to create your character?
Not very long, because I go in with a plan. As you know, I like to make characters look like me as much as I can.
So how big of a dong did you give yourself?
I was reasonable there. I was like average.
So you didn't put any like wishful thinking into it. Is what you're saying.
No, I circumcised myself, and I
okay,
because that is an option you have.
Yeah. Okay.
And
wow, they really went for it, huh?
Yeah, like you can do that, and I think at some point, I haven't gotten to a point where they do comment on it, but I've heard that like people actually comment and maybe like make fun of you if you're circumcised.
Really?
Yeah.
They don't like the cut sausages. Okay.
I guess not in the future, not in 2077.
Well, that's rude. It's a Jewish tradition. But also, like, you know, there's some
also
medical
everybody
purpose
else does
it. Yeah, there's some medical purpose. It's, you know, to help preserve like some amount of cleanliness and trying to you
bridge.
biff that one. Trying to not have to worry about as much bacteria build up and such. But,
yeah.
You know, it is what it is, I guess. One complaint, and this was like the weirdest complaint I've ever seen about a game, is that I've seen a lot of people complain that the labia is very unrealistic.
Oh,
and I was like,
you know what?
What?
I haven't tried creating a woman, so I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I cannot comment on that.
I was like, is that where we are in the gaming industry at this point? Like, man.
Well, here's the thing about any games. People are going to find something to complain about.
yeah.
And I'm not saying those aren't valid in some cases, but I don't know if this one
Right.
is. It's like, pick your battles.
Yeah. I'm very much of a, like, you know, there's a time and place to have a cause to fight for, and maybe like the level of detail in character creation isn't like the place to plant the flag. You know?
Yeah,
know.
like right before you even start the game. Like,
Yeah, maybe the place to plant the flag, like if it was like there was some horrible racial stereotype or something, or like or
yes,
I
please
don't
plant
know.
that flag.
Yeah, if there was something that was like really harmful or at all harmful, like plant the flag there. But if it's that you just don't like the aesthetic of something, maybe that's not where the flag goes.
Sure.
I don't know.
And I was
That's just
I was
me,
kind
though.
of
I mean,
I was kind of
seen it.
fortunate as well with Cyberpunk because I was able to get a hold of the RTX 3080 card, which I know
Okay.
is at this point it's still really tough for people to that's death. Still really tough for people to get a hold of, but
Yeah.
like Cyberpunk really benefits from GeForce RTX cards graphically and
Sure.
the way that it runs. Because it's using RTSS like graphic setting. Oh, good, I crossed it right as I crashed. RTSS graphic settings that really help it run better. But even still,
Yeah.
like I'm running it. I think 2560 by 1440, and it is running a pretty solid 60 frames per second with graphics almost maxed out. The only thing I don't have maxed out, I think, is like ray trace shadows or something. But I'm still getting a pretty consistent 60 plus frames per second, which is great. And that's, all that I need right now. I don't need to run everything 120 or whatever.
Yeah, shadow
So-
detail is like one of those things that it's like it's kind of neat to have sometimes, but it's like it's something that is like taxing on the system for real no benefit.
That
it's
and like bloom lighting and shadows. Yeah. Oh man.
Oof.
Both those are.
I saw Henry Cavill building his or doing some
God.
upgrades to his computer, and he had the RTX, was it 3090?
Yeah. Well, he's rich
Yeah.
and handsome.
Yeah. I'm in love.
Just to
with this
add that
man.
in there.
I'm a straight man who would do anything for Henry Cavill. So, yeah.
I would just love to game with Henry Cavill sometime.
I just
Like
wanna
that
hug
would
him.
be. Well, yeah. Just to touch that man would be wonderful.
I just want to hug him around the waist. Like, I want my head to just be pressed against,
That
his
firm
chest
chest.
for a minute. Yeah. I just want to just stay there for a moment.
I want to
you know,
go to there.
Just for a moment. I just want to be there. I bet he smells real nice,
Oh, I bet. Yeah,
I
constantly.
bet like whatever cologne or soaps he uses, I bet he just smells fantastic at all times.
Henry
you know,
Cavill,
like,
if
even
you're
when
hearing
he's-
this, we
Yeah.
love you.
Reach out. I bet even when he's real sweaty in his like Witcher gear, I bet he smells fantastic.
Yeah, Henry Cavill never stinks. He always smells like roses.
It's like a fine scented leather, maybe.
Or sawdust.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Ugh.
I bet you're right. I think he was faking his Witcher injury so he could play Cyberpunk.
I think I heard that, yeah, which is awesome.
That's really
Have I
funny.
have I taken off work to play video games before?
Oh
yes.
hell yeah.
Will I do it
Hell
again? Absolutely.
Yeah. Yes. I've
I
faked,
value this much more than I do my job.
I've faked sick multiple times to play video games the day they come out. So
Have you ever done it? Yeah, I was going to ask if you'd ever done it to coincide with release days.
oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Oh, I missed a bonus.
Especially like back in the day when WoW was like when I was playing WoW and like a new expansion would come
When you
out.
were more hardcore into it.
Yeah, for sure. Even though like the day of, you would end up not being able to play it anyway because like Blizzard is
Oh
notorious
yeah,
for
server overload.
like the day of all the servers don't work.
Yep.
So every time.
That was like what we were experiencing at first when we jumped back into it, because we jumped in
Oh my
the
God,
week
yeah.
of release of Shadowlands. And that was a bad idea.
There was a 2-hour wait to get into our server, and we were like, whoa, okay. We're like, did we make a mistake?
Yeah, maybe we chose the wrong server. But we chose it because our friend David was on there. We wanted to play with him, which we still haven't yet, but one day.
Yeah. But and then like, and I didn't even realize it that was one of my main servers from back in the day anyway, so I already had like 8 characters on it.
You lucked out.
So, including some higher level ones, which aren't now because expansions and the squish, but whatever.
The squish is great. But I found out, like, what was weird to me, and I don't know how much it goes, like, how far down it goes, but, like, when I hit level 50, I started seeing, like, there were some quests that I went back to that were still level 45 that were, like, dungeon quests and, like, raid quests. And I was like, I wonder if I could do these at all since I'm 5 levels above it. And it's like, dang it,
you were right there.
And it's like, you don't even get hit or damaged by the enemies at that point in those dungeons. Like, I soloed a few dungeons myself just to get some of the cool gear when I was level 50, and these were 45 dungeons. So there's some cool mounts and stuff you could probably pick up from those lower level dungeons because of that.
So I guess it's like the disparity between 45 and 50, even though it's only like 5 levels now, if you consider the squish, that might be like...
is really like 60 levels like, almost.
Well, I was going to say like maybe it's like 12 or something like that at that point.
At least,
like,
yeah.
You know, like where everything's missing you and can't hit you, but I don't know.
It is. It does feel like that. Yeah, there was a lot of dodging, and if they were doing damage, it was minimal.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you ever want to just go through and like solo some dungeons, you can do it.
I used to do that because I was not a fan of raids, but you know me, I'm always interested in the story. So like I would go back as a high level, do dungeons or raids and stuff like that, and just solo it or whatever, just to see it play out and see what it was like. That was always kind of fun.
I like getting some cool gear, especially now that you can do like the transmogrification and wear whatever kind of gear you want.
Yeah, that stuff's cool. Yeah. Like I kind of wish that you could transmog a slot rather than like a piece of armor or a weapon, so that like you could keep upgrading your stuff, but like it would still look the way you want it to look.
Dude, I know. Yeah, it's annoying having to go do it every time. I agree.
Yeah. So then that way, like your character, if you want your character to consistently look the same way, like it would still look the same way. But I mean,
not the case.
I mean, that's how WoW gets you. They're like, hey, you know, buy some gold.
Yeah.
So, do those microtransactions, please. Yeah.
Please microtransact.
Yes, please. God, I hope. How do you feel about microtransactions in general? Because I
don't love them, but if they're cosmetic, I don't care. Like, if it helps if it gives somebody any kind of benefit to where they're leveling faster or whatever, that's when it gets really like gross to me. But if it's just like cosmetic stuff where it's like, oh, now you can have angel wings, I'm like, yeah, I don't care about all that anyway. So,
sure.
Oh my god. So yeah, do what you want. But yeah, I think there's a way to do it. Yeah, your wildest dreams have come true. There's a way to do it, and not everyone does it right. But when they do, if it's just that, it's fine. Like, that's what Star Wars Battlefront 2 eventually turned into, was just cosmetic stuff. Because before, when they first came out, it was like cosmetic, and or like you could unlock the weapons that would normally take people a while to unlock and stuff.
That really
because it gave people like an unfair advantage early on.
I stopped playing because like I didn't want to pay extra money for it, and then like I felt like at some point I was constantly just being destroyed because people were just buying their gear, and I'm like, man, I don't even have a chance unless I spend the money, and I don't want to.
Yeah. Microtransactions for a casual gamer, or microtransactions that benefit a player, like speeding them through things like that, are a bane to casual players because it really like it paywalls them out of the system.
Yes.
Since it's like, yeah, I'm not going to buy these things, but I also don't have the time to commit to unlocking all these things, so I'm just screwed either way.
If you just want to like go in and play a game, you know, just to have a good time, it that means the game isn't for you anymore, which sucks.
Yeah. And that's where those microtransactions are really terrible. So that's why cosmetic ones, it doesn't matter. Like,
sure.
Let people look. To me, one of those, like if it's a microtransaction that's cosmetic, it doesn't feel special to me if you had to buy it.
Sure.
But if I like earn something, or if I get like a rare drop or something, it feels much more unique to me. It's because like I actually did something for this.
One thing that I wish there was more of in games, I wish there was more unique items. Like I wish there was like a larger variety of unique items that showed up less often. You know what I mean? Like, let's say there's this let's say you're playing some sort of MMORPG and there is a like legendary axe of some kind. Let's say, and let's say like it's like this big thing of like you know, for this warrior spec that you want to play, it's like, oh yeah, you gotta like farm this mob for like so many days and like try to get this drop or something like that. You know, you've got like a 0.5% chance of it dropping, something like that. Whereas I think it would be way more interesting if there is like, I don't know, like let's say for every like legendary axe there is in this game, there are like 100 other versions of it that are also legendary, and they're all different, like different names, slightly different stats, something like that. Some sort of different effect and a slightly different skin on it or something. And it is so much more unpredictable about where it would drop and how you get it, so that you can't predict how to farm it. I think that would be
you can't
so
really
cool.
farm it. Yeah.
Yeah. You
no,
can't.
I like that a lot. Like the idea of having sort of world drops, rare, like super rare legendary world drops or something. Like make it to where, you know, something like Arthas's Frostmourne, make that to where there's only one per server, and you kind of like, you only get to keep it for a limited time or something for whatever reason. Like you're too drawn in by the powers of it or whatever it is, and so you have to release it back into the world, and so that way it's just a temporary thing that people can experience, but it's a random rare drop, so it's not like people can go farm it and then it's like, oh, my whole guild has Frostmourns, and it's like, okay, well now Frostmourne isn't cool anymore because everybody has one.
Exactly. It was kind of like WoW used to have that one legendary sword, and I remember back in the day, like it was one that was like, I think it was crafted, like you had to craft it, and I think it was called like Thunder Fury or something like that, something Windseeker shit, I don't know. And like back in the day, like this one rogue on my server had it, and like everybody was freaking the hell out because they're like,
that's
oh
awesome.
my god. And but then after a while, like everybody started having it, and then it's just like But like
that was let me tell you a little story that reminded me of Star Wars Galaxies. Star Wars Galaxies. Yeah, story time. Star Wars Galaxies was an MMO, the first Star Wars MMO that came out prior to Old Republic, obviously. So initially, to be a Jedi in that, it was a mystery. Like no one knew what you needed to do. Like there wasn't any like preset quests. Like Jedis were super rare. This was during like Rebellion and Empire time. So it's like obviously there weren't that many Jedis. So they made it something you couldn't just be from the start. The first Jedi that appeared, like after whatever they did to unlock it, that came around the same time that there were also bounties you could place on characters. And so what happened, for the people who were the bounty hunter class to go after, what happened was, like, these individuals, I guess it was like a crew or a clan of bounty hunters, they were able to track this Jedi player down, and they were on a ship with him or something, and were able to trap him in order to just try to take him out. And if you die, I think back then, if you died as a Jedi, like, you lost your Jedi. Like, you lost that slot or something.
Dang. Okay.
And so
wow,
they tried to take him out to claim that bounty, but were not able to. Like, this crew of like 5 or 6 people were still not able to take out this Jedi, which is why they made Jedi such a hard thing to get in the first place, because it, and I guess rewarding to get it as well, because you really became like the godlike figures that Jedis are. And
I love that idea.
That's just that's one of the fondest memories I have of that game, is just hearing, and that wasn't something I personally experienced. It was anecdotal. So there could have been like things that were not true about it, but I just love the idea of that story more than anything.
Yeah, I love the idea of bounties on players in games for whatever reasons. I think that adds such a cool element to it, whether like they pick up something specific, like whether it is like a player picks up something that makes them like much more powerful, but then that places a bounty on their head. Or in the case of like what I think is an interesting aspect, and I don't know what game did it. I read something about a game a long time ago. I don't know if it was Warcraft or something else. But like, if somebody was doing something and it was like some type of harassment, whether it was some sort of PvP harassment, like they were camping a lot, if they got a lot of reports against them for this specific type of harassment, then they would be flagged like as a bounty.
Oh.
And if other players came after them, they would get extra like honor points or something like that for hunting down and killing that player.
For killing this asshole. Yeah.
Yes, which I think is such a cool system.
Oh man,
I would love to see
that's great, because it's punishment that assholes don't get normally in a virtual world, which is why they continue to be assholes. So if you did get punished like that, or like if it was like, okay, like if you do something else, we're gonna automatically delete the game from your system or whatever the shit, it's like, punish these people for these terrible actions, and I bet they'll slow down or stop.
Yeah. And honestly, like it doesn't necessarily 100% like make it terrible for that person either that's causing all the trouble, which I think is kind of good in a way, in that it's like, it's not necessarily it's
like a yellow flag
punishment. Yeah, it's like a like, they still have a chance to like, well, people are going to come after them, so they're still going to get the fight, but it's like a maybe you bit off more than you can chew kind of situation of, okay, well, you wanted some PvP, you're definitely going to get it now.
Yeah, like be careful what you wish for kind of thing.
Yeah, and I think that is the coolest way to handle that kind of situation. I
That's
love
very
that
elegant
idea.
I like that a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. And like I said, I don't know which game did that, or if I am just thinking of that in my head, but I love that idea.
I know that does sound familiar. Like, I feel like I have heard that. I don't know what game it was either.
Whatever it is, more games should do that, because that would be great. Let's make a game. after our band,
after our bar, yeah, game time.
That's when we'll make the game, and it'll be a PvP game that punishes people and puts bounties.
The game is just pure punishment.
What if? Oh my God! I just went to a real dark place. What if a big aspect of this game in our MMORPG that we're creating?
Okay.
like a big aspect of it too, in addition to going out and adventuring and stuff, is like you've got a family life and stuff too. Like you have to have a family as part of the game or you lose. But like,
I don't
what
like
if?
that. Okay.
But what if you're an asshole in the game? Like players get rewards for killing your family in front of you.
Oh, that's
No,
horrible.
I'm just kidding. Oh my god, yeah, that went so dark.
That is some dark
Okay.
web talk.
Yeah. Woo. I mean,
No, I would have never thought of that.
this is what
and
you
I'm
get
glad.
for like this is what happens when we bring Night Marathon back as a podcast. Like,
I guess so.
I start going dark. We had to watch Black Christmas.
I've got to start.
and now I'm just.
I've
in
got to
that
start
dark
filtering
place.
out what you watch.
I'm in a real dark spot now. But yeah. Also, I'm really
Black
hungry.
Christmas is so good.
Yeah, it was really good. Yeah, it was a good movie. Okay, so I did a virtual holiday party the other day, and people were talking about their favorite Christmas movies, and I was like, "Hey y'all, if you haven't seen, there's this real good movie, real good Christmas movie I saw the other day for the first time called Black Christmas. If you haven't seen it, you should check it out."
Oh boy.
And I just left it at that. So
Hopefully
we'll
you get some feedback.
yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, I think this was a fun game, man.
Yeah.
It was.
I've really
it's-
gotten into the flow of it.
Yeah, it like I don't know about you, but it's like super relaxing to watch, even though you sometimes crash and little blood squares shoot out of your head.
I know you're
everywhere.
not hearing this. I know you're not hearing the sound, but the sound is super chill too. Like right now, it's like waterfalls, wind blowing, birds chirping.
I hear it in my heart right now. Is where I hear.
Yeah,
it.
okay, you should. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. I love it so much.
I'm glad I
it's been
chose this
very
game. This was
enjoyable.
This is a really fun one. Super chill.
Yeah.
Got a great challenge to it. This is a perfect kind of game for me because it's both chill and challenging.
Yeah, there you go. I'm a lot more of a chill than a challenge, but I'll always appreciate both. But
I
ooh,
need
that
the
water
challenge.
texture.
But I like the chill.
That water texture
The
on
water
that waterfall
texture?
looked fantastic. Dang, I was very impressed by that. Man, Unity is a cool tool. If they did use Unity, which is, I am like 99% sure they did. Man, it's such a good tool. Like, I
This is
love
what we
seeing
have to
games
make our
made
game
with
in.
this. Yeah, I mean, we would. If we make a game, it's going to be used to do it for sure. So, yeah, dude. Yeah.
We'll cut the episode after I finish this level because I want to see if
Okay.
I am able to complete the challenges and unlock
There
anything.
you go. You complete this challenge. Complete this challenge. And then it's lunchtime, bruh.
Yeah.
I have a
Yep,
hunger.
yep.
Also have a huge beer waiting in the fridge. It is a
Ooh.
big black double shot stout, coffee stout that has been waiting.
no.
Oh, dang! You Superman that thing. It's been waiting in that fridge for over a week for me. And
I
excited.
got some of the Shiner holiday cheer the other day.
ooh,
So
that
good.
sounds yummy.
It is. Try it if you haven't. Do you guys
I
have Shiner
not.
over there?
Every once in a while. Usually, like it's usually just the straight up Shiner Bock, or every once in a while we'll see some of the seasonal stuff. Like when they did
seasonal
their
stuff's so good.
when they did their like birthday celebration thing a couple years ago, and they had that like chocolate cake one.
Yeah.
That one showed up here. So
Nice.
that one was good. That was one of the best chocolate stouts I've ever had in my entire life.
Yeah, Shiner's pretty
chocolate cake.
consistently delicious.
Yeah. We drank a lot of
Alright, I got
Shiner
this.
in when I was in college. There was a bar right by my school that they had a lot of Shiner. So they had like I think it was Thursdays, you could get like a cup of Shiner for like a quarter. So we would go
Yeah.
there and we would just like, because it's a college town, we would just throw like a few bucks and we would get like literally the woman would fill up like a lunch tray just full of cups of Shiner, and we'd bring it out to
Yeah.
the patio and just get as many people over, and we would just all just start throwing back Shiners. So
Sounds like heaven.
yeah, man, it was a great time. I'm trying to remember what that was when
Here we go.
Cloverfield
Finished?
came out. Whatever year that was the year Cloverfield.
Oh,
So
I didn't get the new bike part.
Oh, I remember going from
What did I miss?
the
I missed it
bar
by 1
to see
second.
that movie. Oh, you goofed it. You goofed it hard.
Well,
You ruined it.
that was the thing.
You're
we
a
did.
complete failure at this game now.
What is this? What was it called?
This game?
Like something mountains downhill.
Lonely Mountain
That's what
Anime
it was.
Girl.
Lonely Mountains downhill.
No, yeah, downhill. Lonely Mountain Downhill. This is cool. So,
Great game.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. Good job, everyone. There it is, Lonely Mountains Downhill.
Season 3 has started with winter rides.
I didn't know there was seasons. Oh, literal like season because it's winter. Get it? I get it. Eldfjall.
So there's DLC.
Eldfjall.
Yeah. Let me watch somebody do this much better than I can.
Yeah, they already are.
They haven't crashed once.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's
I
fun.
like it. Yeah.
Great game.
So thank you everyone for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you found it very peaceful. I hope that you feel really relaxed, like you just got out of a spa. I hope you feel like you just had a spa day, because that's what it felt like for us.
Hope you really enjoyed hearing us talk about WoW more than we talked about this game.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much to talk about with it. It's more just taking it in and
Exactly. Yeah.
feeling
This game
the
is
feels.
like background music when you're just
Yeah.
chilling. Like it's a show you put on in the background while you're doing something else.
Yeah. Did you know that shoyu is another name for soy sauce?
So it's soy sauce you put on in the background while you're doing something
Yeah.
else.
I just know that because Rochelle's family calls it shoyu, and they always said shoyu, and I didn't know what they were talking about when I first started like spending time with them, and then I learned after a few days that it meant soy sauce, and then I was like, oh, okay.
You
Got
were
it.
embarrassed.
Yeah, they call it shoyu in Hawaii, so I didn't understand, but now I know better, and now we have tons of giant bottles of shoyu, like in the cabinets.
I have now been to Hawaii, and I did
Yeah.
have soy sauce there, but I don't remember it being called shoyu. What is it, shoyu or shoyu?
Shoyu.
Shoyu. Okay.
It
I don't
might
remember it
depend
being
on,
called
like-
that, but maybe it was.
It might depend on how deep in the culture you are over there. Like, if you're like with like natives there, or if you're hanging out with a bunch
Yeah.
of white folk over there. The
I mean,
Howies.
it was at this cool like Asian restaurant, but I'm not sure how
Oh,
deep
okay.
how deep Hawaiian it was, but
Yeah. Okay.
delicious. It was great.
Yeah. That's our soy sauce talk for the episode. If you do like shoyu or soy sauce, let us know in the comments. And we'll see you next time. Love you. Love y'all.
Soy
Don't
sauce.
crash your bike. Shoyu.
Bye.